All right, if you graduated this spring or you know someone who did, then brace yourself. Because that 6-month welcome to adulthood grace period on your student loans, well, it's officially ending. Millions of borrowers are about to start paying student loans for the first time ever. And according to the experts, this is when people fall behind the quickest. So today, we're gonna break down exactly what CNBC reported, what repayment options still exist, what's disappearing under the new legislation, and the exact steps that you should take before your first bill hits. Let's dive in. So, the article actually lays it out clearly, and I'll put a link to that article in the description of this video. It says millions of federal student loan borrowers who graduated in May are now reaching the end of their 6-month grace period. So, as higher education expert Mark Kantrowitz put it, in other words, Happy Christmas, Merry Thanksgiving. It's time to start making those payments. So here are the numbers. Federal student loan debt currently, 1.6 trillion. Number of people with loans, 40+ million. Borrowers entering repayment in November or December every single year, 4 to 5 million. The typical monthly bill, $350. More than 5 million borrowers are already in default, and they're entering repayment during a challenging time because several repayment plans meant to help people are actually being phased out under Trump's big, beautiful bill. So for new grads, this is a perfect storm. You've got new jobs, new expenses, and now you've got new debt payments. Kantrowitz says something pretty important in the article. He says student loan borrowers are more likely to miss their first payment than any other one, and here's why. Loans have been out of sight, and out of sight, out of mind, right? New grads are juggling rent, they're juggling transportation, they're juggling clothing and life costs. They simply forget. So here's the first action step straight from the article. Put a reminder in your calendar at least 2 weeks before your first bill. The Department of Education must send your bill at least 21 days before it's due. So you can kind of get ahead by setting your own reminder, checking your loan servicer, confirming your due date, turning on automatic payments even. And if you don't know who your servicer is, you can head to studentaid.gov to find your loans pretty instantly. Next, choose your repayment plan. Now, this part is an important part of this video, all right? This gets confusing fast. The article tried to make it clear, but let me be more helpful as well. There is no one-size-fits-all plan. It is very borrower specific. So let's break down the options exactly as the article lists them. Option 1, income-driven repayment plans. They're abbreviated sometimes, IDR. These set your payment based on income. Then they do it based on family size, and then they also include loan forgiveness after 20 years or 25 years. The two IDR plans the Education Department reinstated because of a lawsuit are the pay-as-you-earn plans, again, sometimes abbreviated, PAYE, pay-as-you-earn, and the ICR, the income contingent repayment. But this is important. Pay and ICR are actually gone July 1st, 2028 due to other changes in federal legislation. Then you've got a second option, okay? You've got the RAP plan. It's the Repayment Assistance Plan. This actually starts July 1st of 26. This is a brand new plan, so let me explain it to you. The lowest monthly payment for some borrowers will be inside this plan. You can get forgiven in this plan after 30 years. Right? So it's a little bit of a longer timeline, but it's a lower monthly hit. And this will be kind of big for new grads entering lower income ranges or lower paying professions. Then you've got option 3. This is your just standard repayment plan. So this is if you're not seeking forgiveness. So then you've got fixed payments. They're typically for 10 years. And this is pretty good for people who can afford the payments, right? It's your lowest total interest cost over the life of your loan. This plan is really simple, really straightforward. You pay it and you're done. Okay. Now, there are some tools that you should know, and the article recommends a couple online calculators to compare the plans. And you can switch repayment plans at any time, just in case you were wondering. You're not locked in, and that's really big. So here's what happens if you can't pay. Let's talk really fast about hardship. Millions of borrowers are already struggling, the article says. Your first move then is to check for deferment, not forbearance, deferment. Here's why. Deferment often pauses interest. Forbearance does not. The article lists several deferments you might qualify for right now. There's an unemployment deferment if you're not working or you're in between jobs. There's an economic hardship deferment for borrowers receiving federal or state aid with low income or if you volunteer for the Peace Corps. There's a graduate fellowship deferment, There's a military service or active duty deferment. There's a cancer treatment deferment. And yeah, that exists. That's a real one. These are really powerful tools that people normally don't even know are available. So here's the bigger picture that the article doesn't actually spell out. Student loans are actually a symptom of a much bigger issue. Most people never learn how to build a financial system that works for them. So they borrow, then they repay, then they hope, and a lot of times they repeat. But the most important thing you can learn, especially when debt is involved, is this: cash flow is king. And if cash flow is king, I guess I'm putting control as queen. And liquidity is freedom. But anyway, that's why we teach on this channel the infinite banking concept. We sometimes call that your save and spend system. Here's why. You can create liquidity, you can create margin, you can create guaranteed growth inside of this system. You can generate cash that you can borrow for emergencies, for opportunities to reshape your debt or pay those student loans. So imagine this: you can start your adult life with a system that grows every year, a way to handle emergencies without credit cards, a foundation that keeps you from falling behind, and a tool that turns paying off debt into something pretty strategic, not stressful. This article is a reminder that the government's plans change all the time, but your personal banking system never has to. If you are about to enter repayment, or your kids are, or you know someone who is, or you're looking for a way to build predictable financial stability while paying off debt, let's talk. Click the link below to schedule your free call with someone here, myself even, or another person on our team, and we'll help you. We'll build you a system that supports you, not stresses you out. We'll show you how to create guaranteed growth and cash flow while you manage loans. I'm Jonah from the Banking Bros, and remember, debt isn't the enemy, a lack of control is. I'll see you on the next one.